You, you talked about how you got into the outdoors. I touched on in the intro how women aren't really into. This is mostly a male-dominated sphere, a niche,
Yes.
as you say. I've looked at the metrics. It's about 86 to 91% male-dominated.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
And depending on what part of the country you are in, if you're in the Midwest, or South, you might go down to the lower 80%. But in this area, New Jersey, it's 86 to 91% male dominated, give or take.
Hmm.
How do you feel, being a female, being in a male dominated space? How does that, how do you, does any of your peers give you like objections or whatnot? How do you overcome this? Any adversity, just in the whole, that whole factor.
I've gotten plenty of hate over the years on certain deers that I've taken and things like that. But, I just kind of let it blow off my shoulders. I just kind of don't really worry about it. Because with the hate comes positivity. I've met you and Boondock Outdoors, such great hunting communities that make me feel like I belong. So that's very uplifting to me. It's just kind of, keep your head high and just keep moving forward. This is something that I love. This is something, people are always like, oh, you're just in it for social media. Like, no, not really. This is something I grew up doing. This is something that has been traditions year after year, opening day, take off to school and, go out for 6-day firearm. It's just something that I've grown up loving to do. I just kind of pay no mind to it. You just kind of keep going and, it doesn't really bother me as much as it once did, because I feel like I have a good community now around me. I've made such great friendships, like I said, with you and Boondocks. So I feel accepted and I'm not going to let that hate, interfere with who I am. Like, this is what I love to do. I'm passionate about it. I'm good at it. I eat well as long as everybody else eats well too. We work hard for it, you know?
Farm to table, wildlife to table.
Yeah,
There's
field and
nothing
table.
like it. Uh, does it give you like a sense of pride? Just the fact that all the ladies who are out, doing, even though it's so few, does it give you like that sense of pride, to be doing what you're doing and you shoot bigger bucks than most of the guys out there?
It does. It does give me a sense of pride. I definitely feel like I have influenced certain people, certain females to get out there. And, it's great to be a part of that community to uplift others, show others that, it's not just a male sport, females can partake too.
Yeah, and one thing I like about the outdoors, um, if you look at professional sports, football, baseball,
Yeah.
hockey, there's a lifespan to it. There's a short lifespan. People, you're expected to retire at 40, 45.
Hmm.
If you make it there, you had a long
Yeah.
career. When it comes to the outdoors, you go into till you stop kicking, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and it's the original pastime. That's how we grew up. That's how we got food, hunting and fishing. And do you feel like it's a lost cause, or do you feel like it's making a resurgence? How what are you seeing, with your own two eyes in this realm?
I definitely feel like it's a resurgence. My social media is filled with a lot of female influencers in the outdoor community. So, males too as well. I don't think it's a lost cause or dying. I think that, you know, from what I read and things like that, we all need to come together as a community because I feel like, certain people don't want us to hunt and, there's a lot of controversy. But, I think that there is a resurgence. Absolutely.
What do you what is your number one goal in being, an outdoor influencer? With social media showing that you do this sport and you're into the outdoors. What is your number one, goal and, vision of doing this?
Like, it's, of course, don't be so vulnerable, teaching confidence and, work hard and how that hard work pays off. It's great to have that outlook for someone who's so nervous or new to the sport, and then for me to guide someone along the way, I'm here to help educate and to help